Welcome to the Create with Ease podcast. I am Grace Covington, your host, and if you hear some background noise, I'm actually in my car on the road right now, and this moment right here, I thought, wow, let me stop, take a pause, and record my podcast. And the scene is absolutely beautiful. I'm surrounded by trees in the very depths of nature. So you'll probably hear some cars moving on by. Today's topic is called Being the Disruptor of This Reality. How many of you are afraid to cause disruption? Now, disruption has been given a bad label that, it's bad. You make people angry, uncomfortable, and it's something that you should not strive to be or do. Rather, you should make sure that what you're doing is pleasing everyone around you and not stirring the pot. So just think back to your disruption years as a child, maybe when you were speaking too loud in your home, or you chose to wear that outfit that was completely outside of the box, or you just did things different and you started to make you being wrong. So that is what a disruptor is. A disruptor is someone who changes and shifts and interrupts the flow of this reality. Are you willing to be that? What if being a disruptor is when you actually change everything in your world and start to receive everything that you ask for? It doesn't come from this space of always being comfortable, of everything just flowing with beautiful roses. Sometimes, yes, it shows up that way, but sometimes it is very uncomfortable. So in my life, I feel like growing up, I knew that I was a disruptor. And then I followed this pattern of trying to be the good person, trying to, people please, trying to get people to like me, love me, all of these things. And what I would do is I would shy away from truly being me in favor of being liked, in favor of being loved. And so a lot of people took advantage of me in this space, because anytime that I felt that I could please you or make you happy, I was willing to sacrifice myself in order to receive that space of, oh, I'm good enough, oh, I'm enough, or I'm lovable, all of that crap. And so as I started to step into my own potency, I realized that this was what was actually stopping my life from moving forward, from the money that I desired from showing up, because I was unwilling to disrupt. I was unwilling to make people uncomfortable. And so things have definitely changed, because I am now a full-fledged disruptor and cause a lot of disruption in so many ways. And sometimes it is extremely uncomfortable, because you do receive a lot of judgment from people. People think you're probably crazy, mean, evil, all of these labels that people give or project towards you. But I honestly welcome that. I now am in a space where I receive it. I welcome it, because I know that when I am in that space of disruption, that is when the most change is taking place. And I'm no longer willing to give myself up in order for people to feel happy and comfortable. So this is the space where you truly have to trust yourself and make choices that honor the gift of you. And if you've been on my social media, this has been the theme, it seems like, for these last 2 weeks. But coming to this space of disruption, you have to develop this level of trust, because people can infuse doubt in you and say, you are wrong. You could have 50 people yelling, screaming at you, you are wrong, and no one supporting you, no one having your back. This is where you trust you, where you have your own back, even if no one has your own back. We always feel that people have to understand our choices, that if we are making a good choice, people have to understand it. And if they don't, then it's a bad choice. What if none of that bullshit is real or true? What if none of that is true, and the key to creation, the key to receiving what you desire is having this level of trust that, yes, I'm walking across this bridge. I do not know where I'm going, but I know inside of me and the deepest parts of me that this is where I should be going, even though everyone is saying, turn back. This is wrong. You are mean. The choice you're making is wrong. You are bad. Are you still willing to cross that bridge, or do you fall in line with the reality around you? So this is the space where, people control you, where you fit in. What if, when you are willing to be the disruptor, it actually creates more than you ever imagined? More than you ever imagined. And the space where people judge, give their points of views, is where you actually destroy what is being asked to be created. So as you journey in life, when shit gets uncomfortable, know that that is also a part of creation. In chaos, that is a part of creation. I'm so grateful that I've come to this space of really acknowledging and seeing where I've come from and where I'm moving into, because every day it's a choice. And I can tell you, I've had some really uncomfortable moments these last 2 weeks in being this disruptor energy and how it's shown up. But I am no longer willing to sacrifice myself, to make myself wrong, when I know what I know, when I know what is true for me. So yes, I'm willing to receive judgment. I'm willing to be judged. I welcome that, because of the space of honoring me and the gift of me. And all the magic that opens up from the space, the freedom you have to truly show up in your world and not be attached to this reality and what this reality says you can have, do, or be. Are you willing to be judged intensely? A lot of people resist judgment, and sometimes I can see, because sometimes the judgment is so intense that you start to doubt yourself. But just know that in that space, you are building this muscle, and to allow yourself to just receive it. To just receive it. You receiving it will create possibilities that you have never been aware of before in your life. So look at, in your life today, where are you not willing to be the disruptor? Where are you falling in line? And falling in line can be in a number of ways. So it could be in creating your life, like the life that you truly desire. Are you just falling in line with the status quo of, this is the way that This is the only way to create my life. These are the only choices I have. Are you falling in line? Where you're not willing to be a disruptor in terms of your own life and creation. What about in relationships? Where are you not willing to be the disruptor in your relationships? Do you cut parts of yourself off so that people can like you, love you, adore you? Where are you not being a disruptor in your life by having your own back? Where you're always waiting for other people to have your back rather than you fully having your own back. And disruptor. Where I believe that being a joyful person on this planet, that is being a disruptor as well. So where are you not willing to have so much joy that you disrupt everything around you and make people so uncomfortable? Where are you afraid of your power, your potency, your capacity? These are all questions for you to begin to start to look at. This is the foundation of creating your life. If you want to create a life that is different, a life that is fucking amazing, you're going to have to do some disruptive shit. Just think about all the people that have created amazing things or have done amazing things. It wasn't just being, with the status quo. They did some disruptive stuff. And you should never be afraid of stirring the pot or being a disruptor. Even if people don't like you, there are people who are not going to like you based on the choices that you make. And so what? So what? So what if someone does not like you? Not everyone is meant to like you. And if there are people that like you, cool. If there are people that don't, cool. This is where people give up their reality for other people. Where like, oh, I gotta have this person to like, love me, adore me, trust me. I gotta do this, that, and the other. And that's not actually required. That is actually not required. That's not actually required. That's not what is required. The freedom you have from your life in knowing that you can show up in the world, you can be you, let go of these attachments to people. Not saying that you don't have people in your life, but the attachments of the people pleasing, the needing to be liked, or people having to be your friend, all that stuff. And just show up in the world as you and be the gift of you and be the contribution of you, be an allowance of other people. What if you could walk in this world not judging you, not judging other people, what they're choosing or not choosing? What if that is the invitation that changes everything in this reality? I'm excited for this conversation. I am starting to see that it's leading up to what I will be opening up the space in January and just laying this foundation for where we're going, and totally excited. I'm not going to announce it yet. If you don't follow me on, Instagram, subscribe to this podcast. Let's see, where am I? Also, YouTube, email list. Make sure that you are subscribed in one of those areas because I usually post what I'm creating, what I'm inviting you to somewhere. And I'm so excited for this upcoming year. It is going to be a magical year, and all the possibilities that we are going to receive and have. Receive and have. If you desire more of this, go to my website, www.createwithease.com. Have a fabulous evening. Bye.